Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Angelic Buster has been remastered. She's gotten new skill visuals, which are even brighter and even pinker, and some of her clunk was removed, which makes her a really nice and simple bosser. I was really surprised by how easy and how chill this class is right now. The rework also brings a new exclusive Angelic Buster event. This leveling event goes all the way up to level 220, so I'll show you how to get there as fast as possible. This event rewards EXP coupons, which in turn can be used on your other characters. So let's say your Hyperburner character, just in case you don't feel like leveling up that one. So it's a win-win to get this class to level 220. But before we dive into today's video, we're first going to quickly check out today's video sponsor, Awesome. These sponsorships help keep the channel going, and your support is always greatly appreciated. For some reason, my boss doesn't really like it when I play MapleStory during work. I know, weird, right? But I still want to complete those dailies and get those login rewards. Thankfully, I never miss a beat with this all-in-one remote access tool. Using the Awesome Game version, I can get and customize a game keyboard so I can play MapleStory from my phone without any disturbances. And of course, the usability doesn't just end there. You can also use the remote access to transfer files that you forgot to send, or even turn off your PC in case you want to save money on that electricity bill. If you want to try this out yourself, you can use the code appearing on the screen to get a 7-day trial of Awesome Remote Game. This is only for the first 200 people, so act quickly. Head over to the Awesome website, sign in, click on rewards, fill out the code, and then you're in. You can then easily set up your screen mirroring with your QR code, and once that ends, just using the app will reward you with Sunshine, which can be used to get more days of Awesome Game or Awesome Pro. Sometimes Awesome also offers additional days for free just like that, so that's always nice to grab. The basic version of Awesome is free, by the way, so you can always install that one. But there also is the Pro and Game Plan. I'm using the Game Plan myself for the customizable keyboard. Adding more devices also will give you a discount on the plan. But Awesome doesn't just offer remote software, they even have remote switches. In case you turned off your PC and want to turn it back on remotely or monitor your energy consumption, you can even set timers and schedules. You can check the Awesome app or website if you want to learn more about those, and of course the remote software tool itself. There is a link in the video description and top comment. Don't forget to check out the code, and now back to the video. We create our idol of the battlefield and we're ready to go. If you don't hyperburn your buster, no worries, there is a 0 to 100 event that can help you level up super fast to level 100. And even in the heroic server, there is a free Burninator that works up to level 150, which can be claimed through the start notifier. Afterwards, you can use those level up potions to jump a few levels or grind all the way to level 220. The Angelic Buster event gives rewards for new and existing Angelic Busters, but only newly created Busters get so much more, including those EXP coupons that I mentioned earlier. Those can be used on other characters, so getting her to level 220, that's quite beneficial. Angelic Buster looks a lot more idly, but her core skills, they're still the same. However, she no longer has a recharge mechanic and now has MP like most classes, making it a lot easier to spam the skills to your heart's content. And she still has her powerful link skill, which increases your linked character's damage by 60% for 10 seconds at max level with a 60-second cooldown. Starting our grind at level 100, trading at Starforce monsters is still the fastest way to reach level 200, so we're starting off at dual Ghost Pirates in Ludibrium after we complete the 0 to 100 maps. So now you have your 4-job skills. Make sure to turn on Soul Seeker Expert. This is a toggle skill. Your main grinding skill will be Celestial Roar. This skill also stuns the enemy. It's a debuff, so you can trigger some link skills here and there with that. Your bossing skill is Trinity, which visually remains unchanged. The skill was changed before the remaster and just kind of still the same. The skill still gives a 15% damage for Trinity and a 15% ignore enemy defense buff when you use it on monsters. It can stack up to 2 stacks, so just use it, and then if you attack again with the skill, it refreshes. It's an easy to use bossing skill, which was way better than what it was before they changed the skill in the first place. Your final ribbon skill is, besides a big attack, also a debuff, but it only helps your party members. Monsters hit with the skill will take 20% more damage from party members, but not for yourself. Also, don't forget about Stargazer and Nova Warrior, which are the 2 buffs that you'll have to use. And also, this is of course a MapleStory classic. I fought Zaku and actually got both accessories, while my Hyperburner is currently on day 4 and still hasn't found anything. but hey, happy that we got them at least. I Starforce those as well, as it makes it a lot easier to grind at those higher level Starforce monsters. Make sure to Starforce your gear, because that's where we will be grinding at. Since we got dropped off at level 100, we did skip out all those theme dungeons, so try and get some additional boss gear. And also don't forget about those Have You Learned About Potential and Bonus Stat quests from the Light Bulb. Those are, I believe, level 50 quests. They give a ring and a shoulder can be Starforced as well. Because of the monster changes from a while ago already, we can train at monsters up to 20 levels higher than us. So reach level 137, get 80 Starforce, and then you can go to the green notebooks in the Coninck Tower. The Angelic Buster title that you get at level 100 will help you get there as well to get that Starforce requirement. Don't forget to claim those rewards, as they'll help you along the way. At level 100 you already get some good gear. Once you hit level 150, then burning ends, which is sad news, but there's also good news, because now we get to claim our temporary Fafnir set. Don't forget to complete the Rude Abyss quest and defeat the normal Rude Abyss bosses 5 times, so you can get a permanent version of this gear by defeating the Chaos versions afterwards. I also went to regular Horntail, who also started dropping accessories, like my stars drop during a Starforce event, and of course I Starforced all those items as well for a huge amount of additional Starforce. I think this is actually the most stars that I have had at this level, like ever. Oh, and I got 10 levels from 2 level up potions, so I skipped those. If you're grinding, then just stay at the notebooks. After some experimenting, I found that first Drill Hall and Future Stronghold worked best for me. Make sure to make use of Angelic Buster, her grappling hook beginner skill, to get around quickly. And don't forget to start all the current events. I'm a bit late here. You can start the events from level 101, so make sure to start them as soon as you can, and not like me, I was a bit too late. And just as a reminder, if you have Legion coins, you can buy potions that will give you 50% or half a level between certain levels from the Legion store, so don't forget about those. We continue to grind at the Starforce maps in future periods, since I just have so much Starforce laying around. So, about her hyper skills. Her hyper skill, Supreme Supernova, is an energy orb that is placed down and deals damage over 12 seconds. Her skill, Pretty Exaltation, enhances your soul-seeking orbs, creating even more of them, which is really fun to see when you're bossing, and it does of course a lot of damage. And your final contract hyper skill is a buff with a 30-second duration and a 120-second cooldown. It gives a ton of stats, which is useful for grinding, but it's mostly used of course when you're bossing. Make sure to save some hyper stats while you're leveling to dump in arcane power to make it a lot easier to grind at the level 200 plus areas, and complete the 5th job advancement and claim the level 200 gift box for a free title that also gives a little bit of arcane power. And this is where you get your first EXP vouchers that can be transferred to your Hyperburner or any other character that you want to. You can also use them on the Angelic Buster if you want, by the way. There's nothing is stopping you from doing that too. Equip your 5th job skills and open the remaining notes that you get from the event. Look for Holy Symbol, Loaded Dice and Character Building 1 if you manage to get that one. The last one is a bit lower prio. Holy Symbol gives a ton of bonus EXP and drop rate, and Loaded Dice gives you another 30% EXP buff with the Roll of the Dice skill. Select 6 and then you only roll a 6 with your Roll of the Dice skill, which just makes leveling so much faster. Character Building 1 gives a short EXP buff whenever you get hit 100 times, misses do count as well, but it isn't triggering that much, so it's a bit lower prio. Only equip that one if you actually get it, like don't create it or anything like that, it's not that great. Also, to be even more useful, here's an infographic with all the useful notes, skills and which order to do everything, things like that was posted in my Discord. Hope that helps as well. Feel free to pause the video because we're gonna go to the next segment. So about her 5th job skills. Sparkle Burst can now be activated with the press of a button and then it just explodes and does a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. You can trigger the skill again to get a nice 10-second invincibility frame, and if you don't use the skill again, the iframe will activate automatically after 30 seconds. If you're looking for even more safety when bossing, Soul Resonance also is a 2-second iframe when you use it. Superstar Spotlight now gives a buff that lasts for 30 seconds at level 1. No longer is there a requirement to be in all 3 spotlights for the biggest buff. It just gives one big buff now, regardless if you're in a spotlight or not. And the spotlights deal damage too, you know, it's pretty useful when grinding. Mighty Mascot is now a 1.8 second keydown skill that does massive damage. And you can move while holding the skill down. It feels really good to use now, it does a ton of lines. And Trinity Fusion is still pretty much the same. Leveling past level 200 can be done pretty quickly thanks to the EXP from your dailies and event explosion that triggers up to 30 times a day. I found that between level 200 and 210, below the cave was a nice map to grind in, as you can just jump attack from left to right. Grinding is so chill in this class, like honestly. After level 210, I was grinding in the Chuchu village entrance, but Chuchu has so many good areas, like just pick one that has high burning, all the other maps are full. Oh, and don't forget to of course claim the level 205 and 210 reward that then there's more rewards at level 215 and 220, all of course giving a ton of EXP coupons. And also, don't forget there is this daily quest that you can do to get a ton of cosmetics. Just defeat 1000 monsters a day, and the cosmetic quest can be done by existing Angelic Busters as well. And that's it for the remastered Angelic Buster. She's now a super chill class with chill grinding and great burst that's super simple to pull off. Lots of safety as well. She feels really good to play at the moment. So are you leveling her up as well? Let me know in the comments. And that's all I had for today. Many thanks for watching, and special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, Caudimorda, Wiley, BackspaceOTI, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Michael Menchaca, Raythius, Betrayal1489, Sylvio Neto, Afterlord, Striker Elk, Raar, Matthias Simonson, PC Game Life, The Passenger, Max Bernhardt, Scotty Flies Fast, Fecko, Only, Lord Fazil, Spats D. Kaiser, Dante Victory, Snafu Pop, Quinn, Dewey Tren, Sir Otter, Vake Botnet, Kani Wu, Migu, The Wolf Drake, Mathinu Dev, Pretty Bang, Best Guild Luna, and Grogo. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!